Hey guys, Loma02, currently cube drafting the Pro Tour Cube. What do we think of this pack? Well, I like Restoration Angel to no small extent. I also like Scalding Tarn. Gideon Jura is very good, but he's also very white committing. Restoration Angel can be splashed. It's also good in Weenie. It's good in aggro, mid-range, or control. It's like good in every single archetype, so I think it's probably what I'm going to take. Phyrexian Processor would be the coolest thing to take, or like Mind Over Matter, they'd be the coolest things. I mean, like Noble Hierarch's also a strong card, but I think the value you can get on a Resto is just really high. I don't think it's Lord of the Accursed or Mortifier or Maw Conscript. Maw Conscript's not even a good red deck wins card. It's a fine red deck wins card, but it's a little bit more speculative. I think I can see it between Resto and Noble Hierarch here, or Gideon Jura possibly. I could also see the Scalding Tarn as being another pickup initially. But I think I'm going to take Resto here. I have a lot of fun with cards like Resto, and I think it can go in a lot of different builds. Not to mention, it combos very well with Stoneforge Mystic, which we're going to have to pick up artifacts to make work, but Stoneforge can also go in a wide variety of decks. It just generally tends to want to be in decks that are running equipment of some sort. So I'm going to pick up Stoneforge here. That's going to force me into some pay. It's going to increase the value of certain cards by a large amount. So any equipment we can find, we're generally going to tend to want to pick up, like good equipment. Like the value of any given sword just goes up a lot. The swords are not bad. They become a lot better once you get to Stoneforge. I don't think Batterskull is in this format, or at least I have yet to see it. And I can't think it would be. I wouldn't think it would be like the highest of pickups if it was. But when this deck was a Pro Tour Behemoth, it was before that was a card. I think I like Mana Leak here. Could see Neospires or Lightning Helix as well. There's not a lot of good blue in this pack, but Mana Leak's a pretty strong card. And it tends to go well with cards like Stoneforge Mystic, which can get additional threats. And then you can play them at instant speed. I also have Resto, which is a good flash card, which also plays good with counter magic. So I think I could see Helix there, or I could see Mana Leak. I think Helix was probably the safer pick, because blue is going to tend to be more heavily drafted as a cube, and there's a lot of good blue cards over the history of Magic, so, it tends to be tougher to get. But Mana Leak did come kind of late there. I'm kind of shocked by that, because I think Mana Leak's a very powerful card. It becomes virtually unplayable when it turns into Convolute at 3 mana, but at 2 mana, pretty great. Counter magic at 2 mana is it's a big difference. Okie doke. Well, Careful Consideration is interesting. It may just be Moloku, the Clouded Mirror. Could be Burst Lightning too. Burst Lightning is a powerful card. Moloku is pretty replaceable. Could also take Careful Consideration just for card draw. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take Careful Consideration here just to continue to signal blue. Alright, Tidebinder is just a medium card. Chandra Torch of Defiance is a very potent card. I mean, I do like Mortar Pod, but not in this style of deck. Actually, Mortar Pod would go well if we were to wheel the Moloku. Tidebinder is a fine card, but it's a sideboard card. I think I'm going to pick up on my. I'm going to consider my senses here. I think red is open right now, and I think it would be crazy to kind of just totally shut it out is an option. Crimson Acolyte is pretty much like a great card against the red deck wins deck. Wasteland is also very good. I also don't mind Thirst. I could see just taking Jackal Pup here. Alright, well, let's start reconsidering what we're playing here. I think we are playing a deck with some red in it. it could be red deck wins. When I see Pup and Chandra that late, I start thinking the red deck is open. I would hate to, this is the second one of these I've recorded, and I would hate to just go into a red deck wins deck, but, I mean, if the signals are there, I think you take them. We also passed upon a Hordling Outburst there, which is going to tell someone else downriver that red is open. Alright, well, there's a Veteran Motorist, so he could go into white and play Stoneforge still, but I think Stoke the Flames, I don't know. It's kind of close. Stoke the Flames or Siege Gang. I mean, Siege Gang does work out pretty well with Restoration Angel. That's a lot of mana to get going. I think I don't want to really ditch my first couple picks. But then again, Veteran Motorist is pretty replaceable. I'm going to probably say I'm not playing blue. I don't know if I'm playing white yet or not. I don't really want to pick up the Veteran Motorist quite yet. Stoke the Flames obviously works better with creatures, but I think the Veteran Motorist is a less playable card than Stoke is in general, so I'm doing this for signaling purposes. Alright, Scorch Rizalka. Yeah, I think we kidded ourselves. We're going to be in a red deck. I don't totally want to give up on Resto and Stoneforge Mystic, especially Stoneforge. Actually, neither, because they're both good cards. I mean, like a 4-mana flash that flies 3/4 body is still really good. But I think we're going to be playing a red deck going forward. What do I think of that? Well, I'm not as excited to be playing another red deck wins deck, but if the cards are coming, I mean, the cards are coming and you have to play them. Alright, Maug Conscripts came around. That was the only red deck wins card in that pack. So no one's in red, I don't think. I mean, not that Maug Conscripts is like a huge pickup. I mean, someone could be in like blue-red. Someone's in blue, but I mean, that's, that's like saying there's 7 other people drafting this cube, They're going to play some amount of red cards. All right, Foundry Street Denizen or Soulscar Mage. The Foundry Street is a goblin, which is relevant when it comes down to assessing the value of it, based on the 2/1. I can never remember the name of it. The mimic dude that gives +1/+1 counters. All right, Lightning Helix is a powerful effect, but I think I'm just going to take the fodder here. This guy, Metallic Mimic, and I'm going to pick this guy up. Alright, Bitblast, sure. Get in there, you. Alright, this thing, sure. And Veteran Motorist still came around anyway, so he could be playing red-white. None of these white cards are horrible. Stoneforge is not looking great right now, so I'm going to put it in the sideboard, so I don't have any equipment yet. But, we do have a pile of some pretty decent red cards. We do need to get more burn. We don't have a ton of burn because we jumped into the deck a little bit late. Alright, Lightning Berserker, Frenzied Goblin. I think a Lightning Berserker is a little stronger than Frenzied Goblin. Maug Fanatic is not quite what I'm looking for. Swords to Plowshares is probably the most first pickable card out of this pack, but there's a lot of decent little dudes for red deck wins. I wouldn't mind wheeling the Goblin either. That's going to work better with my Metallic Mimic. Alright, we don't really have a great pickup here. Actually, I guess the Aethersphere Harvester is fine. Gideon Ally of Zendikar is better in a white-based attack deck, but I don't think that's as open. I'm going to pick up the 3-drop Aethersphere Harvester. Just a fine card. Everything in my deck will activate it. And it does fly and lifelink, so it means it'll help you win the mirror. What is the Restoration Angel doing in this deck? Well, really, it's just going to flash things that are going to get removed. I guess it could rename something from Metallic Mimic. It could reflash a Veteran Motorist if I decide to play the white in this deck. So it's not looking great here, but it's not also looking horrible. And actually, Veteran Motorist is a combo with vehicles, right? It gives +1/+1 until end of turn. Yeah. Okay, probably Pia Nalar here. Okay, well, I think I like the Dismember because it's just good removal. It's between that and nothing else, so, yep. Alright, Devil's Play or Masticore. Probably, I don't even know. Masticore is actually not horrendous. But I think it's Devil's Play as a sideboard option. kind of creature is this? A spirit? Yeah. So Goblin. I don't have a ton of goblins. Probably a Galv Blast over the Rekindling Phoenix here. I just need more removal. Frostburn Weird is also a fine card. We'll probably wheel one of those two. And actually, Dismember's not horrible in this style of deck. I mean, it kind of fulfills the same role as like Flame Slash. You know, I probably just Volt Scourge here. Volt Scourge is probably my best card. And actually, that does give me outs to using Galv Blast for 4, right? Yeah. Because I do have that, plus the Metallic Mimic, the Aethersphere Harvester, and the Pianalar. And it also randomly lifelinks. And it's a 1-drop in this deck. And it does fly. A little bit short on burn, but we could probably pick some of that up. And being creature-centric's not horrendous. It's worse against like Wrath decks, but... Alright, pretty easy Mishra's Factory, I think. Great card. Really good in aggro decks, and we're not light on playables right now going into Pack 3, so I mean, we can pick up some more, I think, and if we have to play Devil's Play, we can. Okay, the card we actually wanted did not come around. I think I like Rune Blaster better than Log Fanatic. This pack didn't have anything we wanted anyways, so we'll pick up, sure, the Mauler. Alright, Tangle Wire is a card that could be played in this deck, and actually it may be good because we don't have a lot of burn, so it's not bad in this deck. And it combos well with what? Combos well with the Pianalar, combos well with Galv Blast. I actually don't think I mind Tangle Wire in this deck. Let's have Goblin Fodder, a bunch of little dudes. So we're more permanent based deck. I think that's probably stronger. Tangle Wire is stronger when it's in a permanent heavy deck, like for instance Stacks or Workshops in Vintage, which is kind of where it shines, or it used to shine the most. Now it's rarely ever played, but pretty easy Spellskite. In the mirror, it's fine. I don't see myself really sideboarding it in a bunch. Someone else did jump into red, I think, or they're playing red as a splash in like a Naya deck or something. All right, Masticore is fine. Alright, Frostburn Weird is also fine. It's a double red card. Takes a lot of mana to get working, but it's fine. It's better in like a Devotion style deck. I think it's actually more of like a blue card. Alright, Crater Hellion is a sideboard Wrath, essentially, but it's really bad in our deck as a starting card. Okay, well, we don't really want Klasm. I could see us wanting to play the Chrome Box. Shard Phoenix is also kind of a sideboard option. It's kind of outdated. Pick up a Chrome Box here. Not unhappy with it. Okay, are we playing white? Because Johnny Vengeance is good top end for a white-red deck. I think it's probably better than Punishing Fire. Punishing Fire is kind of just an answer card. Punishing Fire could come around, though. I'll put it in. Okay, pretty easy pickup on Char. I can't think of much else. I mean, Mox Opal. That's a very committed deck right there. So, yeah. Inferno Titan's just a big dude. I mean, he could be a card we want to play in this deck. Just his top end. Bomat Career is a beast, though, in the right type of deck. And I think I want that card more than I want either of those other two. One of them may come around. Eldrazi Obligator, likely. And actually, the Obligator works decently well with Mishra's Factory as well. One of the things I need to fix on Moto, you should be able to put any basic land in, and Waste is not a land you can put in. Not that I would probably want to play a Waste in a two-color aggro deck, but... Well, we can pick up the Grove of the Burn Willows, just in case the Punishing Fire comes back around. Shrapnel Blast, 1, 2, 3, 4... Shrapnel Blast is possibly a thing. I'm going to pick it up here. Alright, Kiki Jiki. Well, I don't think I can say no to that. This card's fine. Klasm is a good sideboard card. I mean, the Resto is a combo with Kiki Jiki. So we're at 24 right now, essentially, because of the Mishra's Factory. Punishing Fire is just fine. Kind of on the fence about Shrapnel Blast. I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards that work with it. That's including the Factory, though. And the Pia Nalar token. We could have more. This is more like red-white aggro. But it has a combo out too, which is kind of nice. It's interesting. Infest is probably a card we don't want to play against ever, but what do I think is the best card here? I don't even know. Possibly Brainstorm in the right deck is the most powerful. In a deck that has like 4 to 5 shuffle effects, Brainstorm becomes pretty good. You pick up 2 fetch lands, a Ponder, a Stoneforge Mystic, and something else, and it can be pretty good. Civic Saber seems kind of marginal. I think I'm just going to pick up an Inferno Titan. We could just go big. So, given that pickup, I mean, what do I cut? Sure. Sure. And sure. Can we play 16 lands in this deck? We have a Chrome Mox too. I think we can. This could be an interesting deck. Could possibly even play Covetous Dragon. I mean, I have a few artifacts going on here. But not enough, I think, to make Covetous Dragon great. Dismember is really a 1-drop. I guess the only way it could be a 2-drop is if I Volt Scourge underneath the Chrome Box. I'm going to keep this hand, but it's... Yep. It's a little bit speculative. But it's got big over-the-top plays, and then it's also got Bomat Courier. So if they're in a control deck, Bomat Courier is going to kind of be a problem for them. And if it's a mid-range deck, then I can transition into Inferno Titan. That's going to be a problem for them. I'm going to name Goblin here. Okay, so they're running Darksteel Citadel, which is interesting. Maybe they have Geddon. Okay, Mana War, bouncing the Mimic, bouncing the Bomat. Okay. I'm just going to hang back. They can get to inevitability here. I mean, I do need to make my land, keep on making land drops and eventually drop this Inferno Titan like it's hot. But they possibly have counter magic because they're showing us blue cards at this point. This is a Planeswalker. No, just a Solemn. Old sad robot. But they put the new art on it, unfortunately. Okay, Mox Opal. Well, that's live. They have a 1-drop. Like a Ponder or something. Well, I think we're going to get outmaneuvered by our opponent here. We did keep a less aggressive hand against what appears to be a mid-range deck. Nothing, okay. They have Force Spike. Is that what they're contesting to hold up? No. Okay. I'm just going to hang back here. Okay, this dude's big. Okay, Thoughtcast. Alright, that's what they had. Okay. They just couldn't cast it last turn. Alright, well, I'm going to lament this if... Well, let's see what they've got. I'm probably just going to trade the Courier off with the Mirror Enforcer here. They have a sword, I may not have a choice if they put it on the bird. Okay. Okay, Curse Scroll, that's a pretty good card. Well, what do they have in hand? I mean, probably a counterspell, but I don't think I can play around it too much here. I mean, if they have it, they have it. They're going to slam it. No? Alright, so then maybe they just have all land in hand. Okay, they do have an island. Alright, what else you got? They're going to do this if they only have islands in hand. They're going to do the Curse Scroll activation again because they don't want to draw into something else. All right, so they do draw for the turn. Okay, something big. Maybe like an upheaval? Could be. Yeah, okay, with 1 green mana floating. Playing Curse Scroll, I suppose. They go Dark Steel plus Curse Scroll, yeah. Alright. Oh, that's a play. Curse Scroll into birds. Alright, well that gives them a lot of mana to kind of come back from behind. Oh, I killed the birds. They don't have the birds. Alright, cool. Alright, Jackal Pup, go. Discard one of these, and go. Okay, Nissa. Okay. Alright, Solemn. Okay. Well, you're going to get a card out of this. That kind of stinks, but I'm going to continue to put them in a corner, hopefully. Alright, they're going to cast out the 4/4 now. Okay, Serrated Arrows. Well, that's an interesting main deck card. Alright, Angel. Okay, Mirror Enforcer. Okay, putting counters on stuff. Cool. Well, if they want to serrated arrows, they have to do it. They should do it now. Okay, they got it. What I'm trying to set up is an Eldrazi Obligator on the following turn to take their dude and eat their dude. Okay, well, what else have you got? Alright, use your last counter off the serrated arrows. Or counter my angel. That's fine too, I think. Yep, that's fine. It is dead. Okay. A Johnny counter. Nope, they have a counter. Alright, remand. Alright, do they have... Alright, they're going to try for it. Well, got lucky, unless they have all forest in hand. They evidently do not have all forest in hand. That's just pretty lucky on their part. Alright, cool. Yep. Alright, a Johnny again. Do you have a hard counter now? I'm going to try to scroll it again. Alright, they're going to scroll the Johnny. Cool. Forest, I assume, again? Alright, they hit. Okay, you hit again. Alright. If they counter this, I'm going to be kind of shocked. I mean, they've hit every single time with the curse scroll. And we've got an Eldrazi Obligator for next turn, so that should be pretty good. Not to mention the Inferno Titan. So let's see what they've got. Trinket Mage, okay. Can't think of many zeros that get them out of this. Alright, they find a land. Cool. Again, what does this do? Alright, they're just done. Cool, well, we finally got there. Chasm does not seem necessary. Do you have anything against artifacts? No, not particularly. Serrated arrows, you say? Well, Masticore also seems decentish against them. But I think our whole deck seems pretty decentish against them. I mean, like, I don't really know what they did that game. I mean, they drew basically their whole deck and still didn't do anything. I'm going to keep this. It's got 1-drop, 2-drop. It's got half of a combo in it. It's got removal. Go. Alright, let's see the remand. If they have remand, it's fine by me. I mean, I know they have it. I'm just going to play it out main 1 and say, hey, have it or don't. Yep, they got it. Or they got something else. Yep, remand, cool. Alright, Trinket Mage. What does Trinket Mage find? Could just find mana fixing. We shall see. Alright, Mox Opal, cool. I think for mana efficiency, we're just going to play this out. Nope. Go ahead. Alright, sad robot time. Okay, Mox Opal, cool. Like a Glint Hawk or something. Okay, Birds of Paradise. Yeah, get in there. Okay. Okay. Well, can they win a coin toss here? Well, apparently they don't want to try to win the coin toss. Repeal. Okay, well, that's a beating. Now we're hoping to draw Angel and just combo them out. Okay, Impulse. Okay, ponder. Alright, they're going to shock one of my things. Cool. Yep. Reveals forest at random. Chooses not to shuffle. Okie doke. Okay, Jit is annoying. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and go motoring. I'm going to bottom both of these because they don't answer the question of this current board state. Yep, you got it. Forest, I assume. Opponent definitely has some very strong cards against us. Curse Scroll main deck, I think, is a bit speculative. They showed control magic. All right. Well, they could just... They're probably going to put counters on their dudes. This is going to probably end the game. All right, they're just going to create. I think this is a little greedy. I think they probably actually want to get counters on their Jit. All right, we're not going to reveal that. Or show it at least. Alright. Okay. Yep. Okay. Oof. Alright, they have Jace in their deck, too. Well, their deck certainly got some very sweet cards. Alright, Scoop Mob is fine. Alright, we can go ahead and concede to that. That's enough. Alright, so what else do we want against this deck? Arcslogger is meh. They have a lot of life gain. They have Jit. Clasm. Stoke. Interesting. Tanglewire. Probably not horrible. Control Magic is in their deck as well. Spellskype is interesting from that aspect. I think we just rejam, guys. You know, they have Serrated Arrows and Curse Scroll, which are both pretty decent against our deck. I mean, Arcslogger and a 40-card deck, I think, is a lot less good than a 60-card deck. Alright, this hand's a keeper. It's got some things and some stuff going on. We got a turn 1 play. We've got a turn 2 play. We're on the play, which means Remand is a lot worse against this hand. Scoop Mob not scaring me that much. Could play a Chandra next turn. Alright, don't have a Jit one time. Jit. Okay, Solemn Simulacrum. Okay, Pondering. I think we had to blow up the Scoop Mob there. It would have gotten quite large on the following turn, probably beyond our reach. I would have rather obviously drawn a card, but next turn at a minimum we can possibly find an Inferno Titan and just go to town with that. It's a Jit. Just don't want to see Jit. That's the only card I really don't want to see. I'll cast this thing out. Goblin. This could get remanded, but okay. Okay, eat a token. Cool. Got a repulse for the Metallic Mimic, so you can hit one of my Planeswalkers. Nope. Okay, Jellyfish. Yep. And swing for Chandra. Yep. You have a remand for this dude. Well, I couldn't pay that, so I don't know why they did that, but okay. I mean, next turn, they have to upheaval this turn or else they're just dead, because I'm just going to kill them with Chandra plus the Ajani. Alright, cool. Well, red-white aggro managed to get there. But being on the play obviously did wonders. This is more of a mid-rangey deck, too, though. I mean, it's got some like interesting little like one-drops, but the ways we've won have been like Inferno Titan and Planeswalkers. I mean, realistically. But that's against a deck that has Serrated Arrows and Curse Scroll. So, go figure. I mean, that game was a little different, because, I mean, we just had too many Planeswalkers for them to really overwhelm with their creature answers. And obviously, having to play in Game 1 and then Game 3 was big. Just getting around the remand. I mean, we had to play into remand for the most. I mean, I guess we didn't have to play into it, but it didn't make sense not to play into it. Alright, hands a keep. Got Dismember for early interaction. Have Veteran Motorist to start it off. Have a Johnny to kind of curve into. Probably just going to go 2-drop, Dismember whatever they play. A Johnny is the game plan. So Mountain Go. Worst draws in the deck. Well, I guess if we draw a 1-drop, we can play it on turn 3. But we really don't want to see a bunch of 1-drops. I mean, if we see 1-drops, we want to see like 1 and 2. Alright, Inspired Vantage. Cool. Alright, well, the Factory's not a horrendous draw. I'll probably play it out next turn, depending on what we see here. I think I'm going to bottom both. Vault Scourge is pretty anemic. And I'm going to take a lot of damage off Dismember anyways, so they can bolt this thing if that's what they have in hand. Okay. Okay, Searing Blood, cool. Okay, you have a Char or something like that. Okay, Lion, cool. Well, it is a first striker. Okay, more landage. Now they got their value. What else have you got? Okay, Abbot of Carroll Keep seems a little speculative to me. So you're just going to pitch an Inferno Titan. Cool. I could put a +1/+1 counter on my Giant. I feel like Inferno Titan's going to be pretty tough to beat, but we'll see what they're up to here. I mean, they could just Geddon us, but I mean, Geddening right now would not be that great. Okay. Alright, Inferno Titan. Do you have a Swords to Plowshares or a Path to Exile? I have a lot of lands. That was a good pick up there. Just going to tap this down. Alright, they're just done. Alright, so Clasm. I mean, it could be more correct than Scourge. I actually kind of like Masticore in this style of matchup. The Obligator seems a little bit less effective. Could just want Punishing Fire as well. I mean, they are in white as well. I'm just going to go this way. Go a little more mid-rangey. Play the Masticore. Masticore should be pretty decent against their deck. We got lucky to have some of the removal we have in the deck. What do we have? We have Galv Blast, Char, Dismember. Not a ton. Yeah, I was going to say, does Rusalka do damage to creatures? No, it does not. Alright, this hand is fine. It's a keeper. We do definitely want to draw some of our white mana, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers here. Alright, conscripts go. Another trick we could run is we could just play out the Berserker with Dash next turn if they don't do anything relevant. Kind of inclined to do that, actually. They could Helix one of my things. If they didn't do anything, I think they probably have Helix of some sort. Okay. Okay, Spectral Pros. Cool. Okay, got me. Now, hopefully nothing too relevant on turn 4. If they have their Najani of their own, we're in some trouble. But we've got a Rune Blaster next turn, so they're probably going to have something here, like a Planeswalker. This hand was really slow. Alright, Fire Diamond is not as threatening. Alright, they attack. Cool. I just kind of want to draw Planes here. Okay, Lion. Cool. Blow up their red source, because I do think they're on an Inferno Titan draw. And then unfortunately we can't attack into this thing. I mean, we could, but it would be foolhardy. We can double block it on our next turn. Alright, they did have another red mana. Okay, Gideon Jura is problematic. Can tell my dudes to attack, which stinks. Yep. Oh, but in actuality, the Mog Conscript gets his hang back, which is kind of cool because I don't have to play a creature out. Alright, do they have the Inferno Titan of their own? No, they have an Abbot. Possibly looking for lands here. Found a Lotus Petal. Alright, well that's a land, basically. Okay. If I'm going to save damage here, I'm just going to block this dude. Go ahead. Alright, Inferno Titan. Alright, do they have a removal spell? Well, that sucks. That probably means the game's over, because they had pretty much... This is optimal for them. And I don't have a disenchant effect, right? So I'm into Masticore next turn. I'm taking 10 damage. Yeah, I'm just dead here. We'll go ahead and pack it in there. That's good enough for me. Let's draw and see what we would have hit. Dismember may have changed the math. I think they got a lucky draw there, and we just, couldn't really punish it. They have a lot of ways to gain life. Not really. Stoke the Flames. Interesting. Now, I just think we're going to rejam here. I do think our deck can beat their deck. I do like the way we sideboarded this. I mean, we still have the combo out. We have, Masticore now to remove small threats, and it's just kind of a problematic blocker. We do know they have the Stasis Snare, whatever that card's called now, which is good to know about. Alright, this is a mull, I think. Yeah, I think I have to mulligan this. This hand's bad, too. Yikes. I'm going to keep it, but... Alright, pup, go. I don't think I can go to 5 on the play. So we're just going to need to get lucky here. But I think we're in a lot of trouble at this point in time. I don't think we're going to be able to win this one. Could have gone to 5. I mean, I just don't think 5 is going to work out most of the time. We've sideboarded our deck to be a little more mana heavy. or creature heavy, and possibly we should have gone to 17 lands. I mean, we're already land heavy right now. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. I mean, we know we're drawing a 2/2 next turn that can't, like, ostensibly attack on the following turn. Okay, Chrome Box. Well, what have you got? You have a first striker? It's going to be a tough one. They put a Spectral Pros underneath it, okay, and they're going to scry. Well, yeah, I mean, we're possibly going to lose here. They did dispute a lot of value, though. They're down to 4 cards as well. Let's get in there. Yeah, I didn't think they would actually block there. Alright, this thing go. Okay, sword's a big problem. Thing is, I mean, if they have 1 mana removal, they're going to get my Maw Conscripts, but they're also down a card from that exchange. I'm going to block with it pretty apparently. Question is, do they have 1 to 2 mana removal, and are they willing to spend it? Okay. Okay. Well, now we're just hoping to top deck a Titan here, right? Okay, Petal. You have an Inferno Titan of your own. Okay, Vu. Question is, can I take the hit here? Probably not. Alright, well, I'm taking the hit anyways. Yeah. Alright, they're going to equip here. And we'll lose our land card. But, I mean, I'm going to cast whatever I draw, right? Alright, go ahead. Chandra or Inferno Titan would be my best draw. So Johnny would actually do it as well, but I mean, now they're going to cast probably a 5-drop out. Gideon. Okay, Inferno Titan, yep, that's also a beating. So take 3, 6, 9 damage down to 5, and I'm dead on the following turn with no ounce, I don't think. Yeah, the unfortunate side to mulliganing. Maybe we wanted to be on the And concede. We're quite dead. Let's see what we're drawing next. Never look, right? I don't think it mattered here. Alright, well, evidently we can't. So, we're at a minimum, we're 1-1 right now. That was kind of an unfortunate way to lose. It's possible that we wanted to actually put them on the play in that matchup, but, you know, you put yourself on the play and you mulligan once. Possibly, like, we basically mulligan into a five card hand with 6, because, I mean, we only had 1 threat and a bazillion mana. But going to 5 on an aggro deck, it's just not going to do it, especially in the mirror. Like, what's really going to be relevant is how many cards you have, and like I figured my ounce were better. I'm going to keep this in keeping a hand like that just to draw like my Inferno Titan and hope that they kind of had crap. Just going to cast this thing, I think. And we do have ounce to using Eldrazi Obligator for value with the Mishra's Factory in hand, so. Alright, you're going to cast a dude. Okay, Lotus Petal. Well, everyone's got Lotus Petal. I don't really think that card's that great, but it's a great card, just not probably in, I don't know. I guess, look like it's going to go artifacts, I guess. Okie doke. Here you go. Okay, Noble Hierarch. Alright, Factory. And go. Alright, Acidic Slime blowing up the factory. Cool. Well, I'm looking a little more dubious right now because now I cannot get value off the Eldrazi Obligator, which kind of stinks, but opponent is actually at less cards than we are. They untap or do they make a 3/3? Untap, okay. Okay, Sword. Okay, Spike Weaver. Cool. Untap, equip. Okay. Well, Sphere is down. Throw Resto under the bus. Okay, make more mana. Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, what do you kill? Alright, they're going to plane cycle, cool. They can spend mana to stop attack steps. This costs what? 4 to make a dude? Well, any burn draw be good here. Okay. Alright, let's see what they do with their mana. Probably use the Phyrexian Processor and I'll just bolt them with Galv Blast. Alright, got there. They could have prevented that, actually. Alright, so again, we kind of have the problematic, a more problematic matchup. Masticore seems decent again. Rune Blaster a little less so. We're just going to sub on this. Stoke is also interesting. I guess Slogger to a certain extent is too. Alrighty. And, yeah, this hand's fine. I mean, it's got removal, it's got 1-drop, 2-drop. It needs to hit lands. I'm going to keep this, though. We are on the draw. Okay. Say go here. So they do have like an artifact sub-theme. Alright. Okay, Wild Nakatl as well. I'll trade the bow mat with something. Really want to hit land there, but beggars can't be choosers. And they are down to 2 cards. Which I like to think portends some favorable tidings, but we'll see. Okay, Ranger of Eos. Alright, their deck looks completely different than what I saw last game, but what can you do? Endless One was their last, alright, their last 1-drop. Just gonna get that thing now. Endless One will be a 4/4 if they don't hit a land, which they may or may not. We'll see. Okay, Garuk. Alright, makes a beast. Alright, Garuk can make this thing, what, a 6/6 now? Correction, a 7/7. Which is quite large. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to block with the Pia, even though it's more value off of the Kiki Jiki. Alright, what happens now? I do actually have an answer to the Endless One, so... It's possible I also wanted to just blow up the Hierarch in the earlier game. I don't know. Not quite sure at this point. But we're sitting here waiting for our opponent to figure out how they're going to play this turn. Okay. Well, I really don't want them to make a beast here. Okay, beast. They've got me down to 8. Can they finish me off? They pretty much, I think, are boxed into attacking with both critters. And if I block with the Scorched Rusalka, I'm going to get a free block on the Eldrazi Mimic. And if they just attack with the Beast, then I'll just block and I'll get my card next turn. Best draw in the deck. I think I took out the Restoration Angel, but I mean, obviously in this position it'd be pretty strong. Yep. So you don't attack with that, I don't think. Alright, yep, I'll take a free block. Okay. Okay, Aethersphere Harvester. And go. I mean, obviously they can attack with the Beast, and I cannot kill it with the Aethersphere, but can still block and gain some life. Okay, Imperious Perfect. That just poops out elves. Okay. Oops. I think we have to start attacking here. I'm not really sure how the Kiki Jiki interaction works with Aethersphere Harvester. If I clone it, I don't know if I actually get another actual in the creature form. Yep. We're going to see. Alright, we don't get that value. But we can do this. We can do that. Okay, get a bunch of lands. Cool. Alright, we know you're drawing dead next turn. At a minimum. Can the air game get him? Yep, take 5. This is a really bizarre way to win. It's also pretty sweet. Alright, make a dude. Yep. Alright, other sworn canonist. Whatever. I think I got him. I think randomly enough we got them with the Aether Sphere Harvester Kiki Jiki combo. Oh. Pretty goofy. I can think of a lot of 3-mana cards to go well with Kiki Jiki. Aether Sphere Harvester would not have been one of them, but this is Cube. You get to find some cool interactions like this one. I honestly didn't know if it would clone it as a creature or as an equipment. Obviously, or equipment, a vehicle. Obviously, I guess it's a vehicle either way, but if it came in as a vehicle or if it came in as an activated vehicle, I wasn't really sure how that would activate it. But anyways, pretty cool set of games. We got to see some cool interactions there at the end. 2-1 result, but still, pretty sweet little deck. Lost the aggro mirror. Won against 2 decks that I was not really hopeful to win against. The green deck seemed like it probably could have had a lot of top end. But, again, Flyers Evasion tends to be good against green decks, and Aether Sphere Harvester being a life linker, for all intents and purposes, given the combo that we had going on there, was able to do them in. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be back possibly for some more Cube, Pro Tour Cube. Cool 2-1 result here with a cool Boros style, I would say mid-range. I wouldn't even really say aggro. I mean, kind of aggro, kind of mid-range. I mean, the way it won most of its games was with like its Kiki Jikis, its Inferno Titans, its Johnnies, its Chandras. Didn't really out-aggro folks. Didn't have enough burn to really make that plan work. But, pretty cool deck nonetheless. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and take care.